Welcome to Armored Warfare with Sommertraum. I'm Sommertraum, and this is my first Tier 1 PvP battle. Up until now I've only been playing PvE mode, the missions, and I have only used Shishkin's vehicles because I decided that concentrating on one of them would mean that I would have to play only half as many matches to advance in the tiers as I would if I was playing both sides. But now I've decided to give PvP a shot, and in order to experience it anew and not ruin anything for Tier 6 teammates by just jumping in with a Tier 6 vehicle when I have absolutely no idea what to do in PvP, I decided to use Wolfley's vehicles for PvP mode. I am here in my M113, the very first vehicle you unlock automatically just for making an account on Wolfley's side. It is an armored fighting vehicle. It's alright, I guess. Doesn't look like much, doesn't really have much to offer the player. Only armor-piercing ammunition. I really miss the high explosive. The autocannon is decent enough, it reloads very quickly, has a high rate of fire, but the penetration, especially on this absolutely stock loadout, is nothing to really write home about. But it's really rather maneuverable. The view range isn't that bad, especially considering that it's just tier 1. It's a passable tank. It's certainly a much better tank than I am a driver, at least in PvP mode. In PvE you pretty much know where enemies are going to be coming from and what they are going to do. And in PvP obviously players are going to be much less predictable. And generally speaking, much more experienced than me, even in this tier 1 match. Because I absolutely have no idea what to actually do. I just took a little time out there, waited my 3 seconds to increase my view range, as it happens on armored fighting vehicles. If you stand still for 3 seconds or more, the view range will be extended by 20%, I believe. But I couldn't get a clear beat on anybody, everybody was behind cover from my position. Now I've decided to hightail it over to my colleague over there in the Patent 48, I believe? No, LAV 150. Because he is duking it out with somebody who is apparently getting the best of him. I really don't know what else to do at this point, so I suppose jumping to the aid of a teammate was as good as anything, but there's already a T-51 on the T-54 on the way to help him. I got a couple of good hits on, but I'm not going to kill this person. I knew that going in, of course. And there we go. He's been, yeah, just ganged up on. Wolfpack tactics, as it happens. But I am once again at a loss of what to do. This time I wasn't parking for the extended view range, I just didn't know where to move next. So I decided to go up on that ledge and skyline myself, I guess. But here I am stopping again, hoping to maybe get some spotting in, but no luck. Everybody is... and they got shot by friendly fire. Very very well. That is tier 1 for you. Alright, and there's my first... Yes! I can spot somebody. Now if only people were shooting him and I might actually get some spotting experience, but I can spoil it right now, that's not going to happen. The T-51, T-54, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying T-51. The T-54 that was with me is already advanced and in no position to shoot at that guy. The LAV-150 is just staring at the map border and pondering life. Yeah, nothing happened with my spotting, and now I tried to spot that one, but obviously the ability is on cooldown. And there's the first damage of the map. First damage of the match, just about 4.5 minutes in. That's wonderful. Bodes very well for my PvP career from this point out. Didn't hit that, he disappeared behind a hill, of course. And once again, I have no idea what to do. I suppose charging forward is probably the only thing I can do at this point. We are currently pretty much neck to neck with the enemy. We just killed 2 more of theirs within a few seconds, but they got one of ours, so 9 to 6 That's a good numbers advantage. We should probably press forward a little bit more. I can see from the minimap that the opposition has more people close to the map objective than we have, but currently we are capturing the base, so that's good. I've decided to come around this side here, and I've been spotted, so I decide to duck back into cover. I did want to come around that side and maybe approach the city from behind. You can see there is an enemy on the minimap on this side of the city whom I might have attacked from behind, but no, I got spotted. That ruined the surprise anyway, and I didn't spot anybody back, so whoever it was would have gotten the drop on me. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to help my teammate out over there in the LAV-150 against this enemy that popped up, but I don't have a shot. I don't have a shot on that one either, because on my M113 the gun depression isn't as good as I would have liked. But it doesn't matter, he disappeared behind cover anyway, and now we are 7-5, 7-4. Still looking good for our team, but we should definitely be doing something sometime soon, because we have lost everybody in the city. We have lost my friend over there. We are now 5-4, so with just a slight advantage, and they are capping. So all bets are off. We are all storming the city right now. The T-54 back there, who just killed one of my teammates, whom I couldn't shoot through the, I suppose, a silo. He'll never make it in time, so we can just storm ahead and have a 5 versus 3 match on our hands. Hopefully, at least. But we are approaching from 2 different directions, so one of our squads, either this T-54 and me, or the LAV-150 coming from the front, or indeed the, what is it, Pattern 48, approaching from the north. One of them is going to catch the enemy off guard. At least that is my hope at this point. This T-54 and I are spotting the enemy, are not spotting the enemy. They are indeed being spotted, I believe, from the north, but I catch shell intended for my friend over there. Doesn't worry me too much. I still have 197 HP left, and that should be enough. Well, yeah, I have no idea what happened there. I just faced through a pillar. 197 HP should be enough to survive just a couple of hits from an autocannon at least. Of course, one of the main battle tanks shooting at me would be bad news at this point. But I feel fairly confident. I know that somebody should be over there. I don't have him spotted right now, but there we are. And here's where I am very unhappy with my ammunition choices. Had I had high explosive, I could have done some real damage, maybe knocked his tracks off, but no. At this range, with just an autocannon and armor piercing, I was never going to hit him. So I decided to get into the cap circle. Armored fighting vehicles have a bonus to the capture rate, and either force a win or force the enemy to come to me. I know, of course, that the T-54 that was behind the silo earlier, who killed my friend at the north, must be coming from roughly that side, so I wait for him here. I try to spot him using my E ability, but he saw me first, and that's me done for the day. Okay, still 3-1. I am confident that we are going to win this thing. My damage done is embarrassing, I think the word is. But at least we are going to win, and maybe somebody I spotted, somebody I damaged, somebody I made panic would have been the tip on the scale that turned the tide, and didn't because I was there. So I'm feeling good enough about this. And now we have a T-54 versus I said it right. T-54 versus T-54 battle on our hands. They are both turning their fronts toward each other, so it'll be hard for anybody to penetrate. But in the end, somebody is going to die. The remaining, what is it, Pattern 48, is capping right now and not participating in this duel here. So whoever kills the other one first is going to win. The problem is that our friendly T-54 has a damaged gun, while the T-54 over there, I cannot actually see his systems, but I don't think either of his systems is very much damaged. And now our friendly T-54 also has a damaged sight, so that his aim won't be as accurate. But fortunately, the other T-54 decides it's a good idea to storm forward, present his sight, and of course the T-54 can penetrate from the side. And that's the win for our team. Wonderful. Yeah, I would have really expected more from my first PvP battle, but all things considered, we won. I didn't die in the first 2 minutes. I did a little bit of damage. I thought that went well, about as well as can be expected from somebody with an absolutely stock layout tier 1 tank in his first ever PvP match. Let's see at the results. And you can see that I have already unlocked the BMPs. That was because of our premium tank, the LAV-150 and Pack 90 that I have driven before. And I've scored in the low middle. That's not too bad, I thought. Let's see how well I fare with the next tank in the line. I believe the... what am I going to play? Probably the Patton 48, let's see. But yeah, that was a fun little game. Let's do it again.